It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, and it's foggy as hell. And my missus has already put the Christmas decorations up, but I don't care. There's only one important thing going on at the moment. That's Masters Week! Yes, due to the global pandemic, our favourite weekend in spring has now become our favourite weekend in autumn. And that quest for the green jacket that evades so many people, but is usually worn by this gentleman right here. As expected, there'll be no crowds at Augusta this year, which is going to be really weird, especially when it comes to the 12th hole, par 3, having that crowd behind you. But it's going to be a new normal, as they keep on trying to tell us. But speaking of a new normal, we're going to be talking about the big man himself, the big hitter and the now US Open champion, Mr. Bryson DeChambeau, who's currently the bookies' favourite to go ahead and take the green jacket. But I'm not too sure. It all depends on where his driving accuracy is going to be at the moment. Of course, conditions could actually play into his favour with it being played in the autumn rather than spring. The course is going to be a lot softer, a bit heavier as well. So you're not going to get as much rollout as you possibly could have done on some of the other larger holes. But when you're carrying it 340, 350 yards, it takes all of that out of the equation. So as long as he can keep his fairway accuracy, we all know that he's got the short game and the putting skill. It's currently improving every event, that he could actually be in with a chance to go back to back on his majors. Bryson likes to live up to his nickname of the scientist, and he's gone above and beyond now to track every square inch of Augusta. So he's probably already been there, planned where his missed shots are as well as where the fairway is going to leave him. So I'm pretty certain he's going to be able to have a plan to execute no matter where he hits it. Obviously, we can't talk about the Masters without mentioning the great himself, Mr. Tiger Woods. It was always going to be the fan favourite, but without the fans there, will that make a difference? Nah. He's too much of a consummate professional to be able to let something like that to take him away from his game. He knows what he wants to do, and that is just win, win, win. If he gets this green jacket, it'll take him tied with Jack Nicklaus for the number of Masters wins, and it'll take him one step closer to the record of Jack Nicklaus as well in major victories as well. And that's pretty much the only barrier standing between him and the true title of the greatest golfer of all time. Obviously, the field doesn't just consist of those two players. There are also some amazing ones further down. We have Dustin Johnson, Jon Rahm, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy. Everyone's still there. But one of the surprising ones I saw was Brooks Koepka is actually a little bit further down the line in terms of how favoured he is. It's only 16 to 1 from one of the betting sites that I've seen. But realistically, this could be a unique tournament in that, again, that anyone can win. It's one of those tournaments, with it being the Augusta in the fall, which has never been played before. We're going to be put into a situation now where someone new can come through, someone like a Tyrrell Hatton or Colin Morikawa off the back of his PGA Championship win. Even Jason Day is slowly starting to come back now, and he's only outside at 33 to 1. It'd be a very good chance at an each way bet to get you closer towards the top of the end of the field. If I was to put my hand in my pocket and place a bet on any of the players, though, it would be Dustin Johnson. He's just coming back off his 2-week isolation from potential COVID symptoms, but just previously to that, he was been absolutely scintillating form. Even in his last 5 Masters appearances, they've all been top 10s. It's been coming running up last year as well. It's been so close. And this year, with the way he can hit it as well, and being potentially a little bit more accurate than Bryson off the tee, I think he probably will be the one to watch throughout this tournament. This year, they're not hosting the traditional par 3 tournament on the Wednesday. That's a massive shame. It's one of the big draws that they get there as well. And I enjoy watching it as well. It's just a good laugh. You get to see a lot more player interaction with caddies, some of the conversations. So much more fun. And sadly as well, today it's been announced that Sergio Garcia is actually going to be pulling out of the Masters this year because he has actually tested positive for COVID. It's a real shame for him. He is obviously a former Green Jacket winner, but luckily for him and for us, even if everything goes downhill, there's only another Masters in 6 months' time. That can't be too bad at all. The next video I'll be doing hopefully won't be 6 months away. So thanks again, guys, and I'll see you on the first tee.